What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
3rd and 3. On play action, Lawrence. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Samuel. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Jags first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback, just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the ground with Etienne. Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a 2nd and 6. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now Lawrence. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Willis and the Titans come to the line now. 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. 2nd and 10. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense the credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Fielded at the 33. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Deebo Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he is caught. And he'll work it across across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw, Willis. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Malik Willis scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Willis. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Willis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To throw, here's Willis. And that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs. But in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Caleb Shudak on now for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in. They go play action now. Lawrence got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Etienne up the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Third down, it's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Again to Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Meanwhile, Willis, that's taken in by Okonkwo. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Rex Burkhead taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans have got it back to within a score.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Willis will try and throw for this. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Out to his left. Willis slides safely, and he picks up the first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Willis on the bootleg. He completes it to Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time.
That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Titans, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he shreds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 36 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course,
force with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jaguars put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And this wild card game, folks, it has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, so they know they need at least 3 on this incredibly critical drive as they start out 1st and 10. 115 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. They're shoving his way inside the 35. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
3rd and 2, Willis.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Chigakonkwo.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Now Shudak for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
A There's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Hey, Lion!
Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will try again after the pick six.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 149 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And Henry going to have a Titans 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 35. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.